Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Today we're back here with, well, more puppet history. Today, this one's called How Concubine Captured a King and Founded a Dynasty. I actually don't remember this one. I think this is, I think I remember a certain one. Basically, the king died and she took his place. I think this is the same story? I don't know, it's been a while, so how about we just hop in and hear this story out? So, let's see how it goes. Be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoy. Here we go. Let's begin.
Whoa!
Hey!
Welcome, one and all, to Puppet History. Today, we'll be taking an ever-winding look at
Yet another chapter!
Heavy book
That's
we
good.
call History, while our guests ruthlessly compete
Man,
for the
he is
coveted
hyped today.
capsules and title of History Wizard, Ryan Vergara. How are ya?
You need to calm down.
Yeah,
Good,
I gotta take it back
You
like
need
a
to
little
calm
bit,
down.
right?
You need to take it down at least 10
All right.
notches.
Okay, taking it down. Claudia Restrepo, good to see you.
Hi, good to see you, Professor.
Are you ready to learn?
Yes,
Yep,
I'm
we all
so
are.
ready.
Okay, then
Let's
let's crack in.
Here we go. Shajar?
Holy shit.
Let's see.
You know, I like to amp people up.
You almost broke the theater.
Yeah.
To begin, no one here is married to a cunning, driven Egyptian woman, right?
Oh my God, I
Last I
was.
checked, no.
Weirdly pointed.
What?
Yeah, very
I am
pointed
married to
question.
an Egyptian woman. She's half, and she is driven.
She's a cunning woman.
Cunning could also have negative connotations. Cunning
True,
is something
true.
like you would describe a Disney villain as.
How about clever?
Okay.
That works.
Yeah, I'm married
She's
to
a
one
bit
of
of a
those. I'm married to
clever
one of
girl.
those.
Yeah, Ryan's wife.
Okay, you take it easy. That's my fucking wife.
called it.
Mari!
Go up and slap him.
Mari.
Do it.
No, I can't
Do it.
do that.
Come on!
I can't.
No, we'll treat it like a Scrubs moment, okay? We'll flash to like a sideways world where it does happen. Okay, here we go.
Is this a trick?
Mari!
You gonna let him talk about your wife that way?
You keep my wife's name out of your
Oh god, here we go. Oh.
That felt really good. That felt so good. I should start every day slapping the shit out of you.
Ryan Vergara just smacked the shit out of me.
That he did.
I'm so glad we're in the timeline where that didn't happen.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
scary.
That would have been bad.
That would've been
toxic.
very, very
Still.
Well, our story today is about a former sultana of Egypt and all the drama and misfortunes that befell her husbands. Pay attention, Ryan. Today we're talking about Shajar al-Durr. Ryan, you've been to Egypt?
Okay,
I
this
have
is
been to Egypt.
Claudia, have you been to Egypt?
No, I've always
No,
wanted to go.
love to.
Ryan, tell Claudia about Egypt.
It was great.
Okay,
That was
moving
it.
along. This is a story about brothers, mothers, cousins, wives, children, and tents. If some familial relation pops up in the story and you're like, who? Don't worry, they'll probably disappear or die shortly thereafter. Let's begin. So it's a wild ride, just buckle up, and if you get confused, ask any questions. You know, I'm here to teach, to hold your hand, to guide you through this wonderful world of history.
All right.
Sweet man, I can't believe you slapped him in a different timeline.
Yeah,
I mean, he could be a real piece of shit.
that's true. Towards the end of the 12th century, the Middle Eastern Muslim world was ruled by Sultan Saladin. Now, Sultan Saladin was the founder of the Ayyubid dynasty and famous for recapturing Jerusalem from the Christian Crusaders. He ruled over a vast kingdom, stretching from Egypt to southern Turkey and northern Iraq.
He was a
And
crusade,
upon
right?
his death,
Oh, bye.
his lands were
See you,
split
Saladin.
amongst his brothers, nephews, sons, and grandsons. Wow.
Cool.
There were a lot of
No,
kids.
no women in there though.
Uncool.
Yeah, was that cool, Ryan?
No.
We got him,
Watch
Claudia.
yourself.
See what I was telling
Watch
you?
We
yourself,
finally
boy.
canceled his ass.
Piece of shit. Little piece of shit.
It's
Now
a
these heirs went to war with one another, each hoping to bring more of Sultan Saladin's former kingdom under their own control. One of those relatives, Sultan al-Malik al-Salah, was young, ambitious, and looking to snatch some of the land now controlled by his cousins and brothers. His only problem?
Nice illustration.
Well, he didn't have much of an army. Huh.
Oh, here we
What's an al-Salah to do? A,
right.
he married the daughter of a prominent general. B, he decided to rely on deception instead of strength.
Maybe.
Or C, he bought an army. Take your time, there are no wrong answers.
Except for the
That's
two they
not
are.
true.
There's two wrong answers.
You know.
I'm locked.
Are you guys locked in?
I'm locked in.
Oh, great. Right, what do you got?
But A.
Same.
On via love.
Yes, very good, very good.
Real love, baby.
Claudia, what'd you put?
I'm saying same, because if you can get around spending
where
money.
else?
We're gonna find out the answer via the
see.
magic of theater.
Those guys nuts.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Oh,
All right.
Oh, if only
That's
I had a
a
proper fighting
whoopsie.
force, I know I could gobble up those other kingdoms around me. Armies for sale? Brutal, merciless armies for sale? What
wait,
to there?
what?
You're selling armies? Oh, yes, sir.
hope it's
Gently
not
used
safe.
fighting forces ready to slaughter your enemies today. Well, what do you have for a guy looking to conquer some neighboring kingdoms? Oh, for a smart cookie like you, I'd recommend a horde of enslaved Kipchucks. Convert them to Islam, give them religious and military training. Oh, and you won't find a better fighting force
Damn, even
anywhere.
I thought it would say.
I don't know. Tell you what, buy 1,000 and I'll throw in the women to add to your royal harem for free. Ho, it's a deal. Hey, what'd you say these guys were called again? Kipchucks. Well, from now on, they shall be known as Mamluks. Well, call 'em Delilah for all I care. Pleasure doing business with you.
He has the money to buy an army.
He can just buy land. That's
Why
what
would
I
he
was
just buy a
thinking.
land?
I think he wants this special land.
He's that like a dude.
Got me.
He doesn't want just land. He
Even I
wants
was
land.
right.
Oh my god.
There we go.
Points for neither of you. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
Guess wrong.
Yes,
Whoopsie.
Alsala bought 1,000 enslaved Kipchucks who were folded into Alsala's army, forming the Berea Mamluk Regiment. Now, these Mamluks were serious fighters, feared across the Middle East for their battlefield prowess. Many even earned their freedom for their distinction, then re-enrolled in an army because they loved fighting alongside one another so dang much. Wow.
Wait, really?
That's intense. Now, Alsala hadn't just purchased fighters, but concubines as well. Over the years, one of these Kipchak concubines, Shajar,
there's
rose
Shajar.
through the ranks, and by 1239 was Alsala's favorite.
Rose through the ranks. How would that happen?
Do you need
Gotcha,
diagrams?
pal.
I mean, I think we
Yeah,
know
what do
how it
you
happens.
need
mean-
me and Claudia to have a talk with you, Ryan?
Yeah.
How does that work?
Creating a sense of allure, strong branding.
Yeah, strong brand. Maybe,
Strong brand,
maybe
that's
they
probably-
just, maybe he just loved her, man.
I doubt it. The army buying
Eh,
type,
we'll
that guy
see.
can't love.
I'm loving the story so far, though. You know, as a
aren't we
sex
all?
worker with a mission, she's
Yeah.
like ambitious.
This is our heroine here, yes.
I hope she kills him.
Who knows?
think
I
that's
guess
where
we'll
we're
find
going.
out
See,
what
we'll see.
happens. In January of 1239, Alsala successfully took control of Damascus, the former Sultan
Good job, man.
Saladin's capital city. Damascus was quite the prize, but it also put a target on Alsala's back. Immediately, his rule was threatened by Saladin's other heirs. By autumn of that same year,
Oh, boy.
Alsala's cousin, Al-Nasir Dawood, had captured Damascus from Alsala. Now, because family's family, Alsala was imprisoned in a castle, along with his buddy, a leader of his
Ow.
Mamluk army, and his favorite concubine, Shajar al-Durr. You know, it's like if you have this brand new house, but your cousin breaks in and locks you and your family in the shed. Except you'd gotten the house in the first place by doing the same thing to an uncle or something, so maybe you had this coming. I don't know. Anyway,
The frequency of throwing concubines in every deal, even
Yeah.
the really bad deals, is just really thoughtful, to be honest.
well, I mean,
Yeah,
I guess
I
the
guess
guy
that's just part
basically
of the
invaded
culture.
and was like,
Yeah, back
all right,
then,
this
not
is
now,
mine
but you
now.
did,
You're
yeah.
technically a prisoner, but I'll let you, hang out with your favorite concubine here in this palace.
Not a bad deal. I would take that deal.
Yeah, I guess
I
if-
don't want to be
True,
out
true,
with
true.
the army.
Nothing
You
wrong
put
with
me
that.
in a nice house with my favorite
is a sweet
concubine.
deal.
It's not a bad deal.
Probably had pretty decent catering.
Present.
While in prison, Shajar al-Durr gave birth to a son, Khalil. Shortly after, Shajar and Alsala were freed, and Shajar gained an unofficial title, Khalil, mother of Khalil. Unfortunately, Khalil
much to
died in infancy, but when giving birth to a sultan's son, it's the thought that counts. Now, being a baby
sucks.
mama was an honor amongst the concubines, even if that son had passed away, and could usually mean being granted your freedom. What definitely meant freedom, though, was marrying the Sultan and becoming queen, which is what Shajar al-Durr, Shajar al-did, Shajar al-duh.
I mean, I get where he's going
Yeah,
with that.
I mean,
but
if that's all
still.
you have to do. I would assume that she liked this guy.
I don't know that we could say that.
Doesn't matter. She's a queen now. Good for her.
That's true. Yeah.
I can like a lot of people if it makes me queen.
If I became a little king, I'd marry just about anybody. I hope to
Crazy.
get married someday.
That's
Do you guys know
sweet.
anybody?
Do they also have to be a puppet or not?
Who have you dated in the past, Professor?
I want to know.
I just had one very brief and torrid affair with a Princess Diana Beanie Baby in the 90s.
Limited
Slept a
edition.
long time ago, though.
baby.
You gotta get back on that.
She really
Back
hurt
on the
me.
horse.
I'm sure she did.
Yeah, the one that got away. I sold her on
Do I want to know? Jesus Christ. Huh. I mean, honestly, with the concubine, I mean, I think it's just better just to build up what you have and rest, what could happen in the next one. Could be better, could be worse. I mean, grass ain't always greener on the other side. Man, get my Southern's coming out, but you get the idea, right? I guess they just gotta make good with a bad situation. Anywho.
eBay.
Ah.
Made a lot of money. Now, though he had lost Damascus not too long after, Al-Salah found himself ruling all of Egypt and much of Syria. How? A, the Mamluk army slaughtered the Egyptian guard. B, the Egyptians asked him to. Or C, Al-Salah's father died and left him the throne.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know you don't know.
Let's take a guess here.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan.
Okay.
All right, Ryan, what do you
I
got?
put A. Slaughter?
Slaughter.
See? Pop
Okay.
up zone?
Claudia, how about you?
I too feel like I don't have enough information to make an educated guess, but I'm
Yeah.
going to guess C because that feels like the most direct path.
And what is now hang on a sec.
This is a
That's a
skull
carrot.
and the crown because
Oh,
they
his dad
died and left
died,
him the
yeah.
crown.
Okay.
I like that.
Oh, nice.
You know, I give a little jelly bean for a wonderful little drawing.
I'm thirsty for jelly beans.
So that's a little bonus jelly bean. And I gotta give jelly beans out anyway, because neither of you get a jelly bean for answering that question. Well, before Al-Salah, Cairo was being ruled by Al-Salah's brother, who the Egyptians didn't much care for. One military coup later, and Al-Salah's brother was in prison, and the throne was empty. Since Al-Salah was in the market for a kingdom, the Egyptians asked if he, wouldn't mind filling in. Now, back with a proper kingdom to rule, Al-Salah depended heavily on his
to be
new
fair,
queen in both
to ask the
political
brother.
and military matters. Shajar gained the reputation as, quote, the most cunning woman of her age. And when Al-Salah was away leading at the battlefront, Shajar ruled in his stead back home, even signing documents and using her husband's seal. Now, Muslim tradition typically wouldn't allow a woman to operate in this capacity, but Shajar had found a workaround.
There's a
What
workaround?
was her loophole?
Ooh, this is pretty good.
A, she acted as regent for her dead son. B, she dressed up like her husband so the public didn't know the difference. Or C, she killed anyone who thought this was an issue. Just follow your heart. Look deep inside your heart. Ryan, you look very confident on this one.
I don't think I got it right.
Oh, okay. You're confident that you're wrong.
Exactly. That's the switch I needed to make. And once I made that switch, I'm so much more satisfied with my life.
Okay. Ryan, what do you got?
I put B,
hey.
just because I like it when couples start to dress
funny.
alike.
Yeah.
Honestly,
After
we gotta
a
go with
while, you
regent
just
stuff.
see,
I
like,
don't know.
even friend groups, they do this too. They start to dress alike.
Claudia, how about you?
My instinct said it was A, but I kind of
Before you say more, tell me more about your instinct and what it told you to put as the answer.
Well, I see what he's doing. He's trying to.
No. You know, I'm
I mean,
sort
I
of
went with A because
I'm a
it's like,
teacher, but I'm
okay,
also
that
a
definitely
coach,
sounds
you
like
know?
something she
a
would do.
brain coach, if you will.
Anyways, I went with A. That was
you
my
did?
first answer the whole
Oh
time.
my God.
Because I thought, yeah, she's got the son's name. Sounds like a good loophole.
Could be.
It's an interesting stroke you have on your A there. Kind of
Yeah.
almost looks like it was a C and then it changed into an
No,
A.
my name starts
Yeah, it
with a
kinda
C. I
does.
know what C's look like.
Yeah. Stop trying to mansplain letters to Claudia.
Canceled again.
You're right.
What the
No,
fuck?
no, you know what? You're right.
I'm
You're
not-
right. You're right. Okay.
I don't like being questioned.
Hey, it was
Unbelievable.
just an observation I made, but it was a wrong one.
And
See, that's what I was
canceled
saying
again.
earlier.
We here at Puppet History do not endorse the toxic
Canceled twice today.
masculinity on display by Ryan Bergara.
Oh, says the person who sold his ex-girlfriend.
that
on
was between
eBay.
Literally.
between consenting adults.
Slap him again.
That's gonna be a jelly bean for Claudia. Oh
Yes.
yeah. Well,
I only got one.
Shajar signed documents with her title, Khalil, essentially delegating power to her dead son, for whom she then acted as regent. Now, it seems like a lot of foofara to avoid admitting that a smart lady was good at her job, a problem that we have made almost no progress towards fixing nearly a millennium later. Now,
Yeah, that does sound about
paradoxically,
right.
Shajar's humble origins as a once concubine actually helped her gain control of her husband's regime. See, to avoid giving titles to family members who might turn to rivals, Al-Salah had filled his highest appointments with his best Mamluks, the Kipchak army that he'd purchased years ago. Shajar, of course, was
Meritocracy again.
Kipchak herself,
Good call.
a part of that army deal. The Mamluks, her fellow countrymen, were just fine taking orders from someone they knew from way back. Now, though Egypt had fallen into his lap,
fair.
Al-Salah was still upset about losing Damascus, and he wanted it back. In the middle of the 13th
all.
century, Al-Salah began marching his army back up to Syria. Shortly after beginning his assault,
this
however,
works.
troubling news came from an unexpected direction. Reports reached Al-Sala that France's King Louis IX, along with 50,000 men aboard 1,800 ships,
Wait,
were
is
on
this
their
the-
way across the Mediterranean for another one of their dumb fucking crusades. The
this the
seventh,
fourth
to be
crusade?
exact. And those boats were pointed toward Egypt, where Shajar was holding down the fort.
Uh-oh.
These crusades. These crusades.
Yeah, that's
Come
not
on.
good.
Get a life.
These were the 7th Crusades.
Damn.
7th?
Yeah.
That's a
Oh,
lot of crusades.
It's like the Fast and the Furious franchise.
pretty
Everyone
much.
wants their own crusade, you know. They
Yeah,
get
yeah,
a
you're
power
right.
and they're like, oh, I need my crusade.
Yeah, these French
Wait,
assholes
France.
being like,
Never
nah,
mind.
I will do a
I
crusade.
was like lost in like that timeline.
This
My
one will
bad.
be the best
Thanks,
crusade.
Professor.
Is that a French accent?
That was-
Eh.
It was
I believed
an
it.
attempt.
Do we know how big Shahar's army is? If 50,000 are coming at him, that's a lot of people.
That feels like not that many people for some reason.
50,000
a
people coming
lot
to
of people.
fucking knock on your door?
And olden times?
I don't know. I feel like, wouldn't this guy have a massive army?
What about this? What about if
50,000?
you were sitting at home
Yeah.
and I sent
Yeah.
you a text message, Ryan, heads up, 50,000 soldiers are coming to your door. They want to kill you.
I'd probably set an elaborate set of traps around the house, probably grease up the stairs.
Oh,
make-
you're Home
up the
Alone it?
stairs.
Basically, I'd turn myself into Kevin McAllister. I think I could handle that. Is that what happens? Does this turn into Home Alone?
Well, it doesn't quite turn into Home Alone. But what are you thinking if your husband's like, I'm going to go do some conquering.
Well, he
I'll
has-
be back.
He has the armies.
He's got the army.
Oh,
Yeah, you know, for all intents and purposes, she's
Silver
sort of
shot.
defenseless.
She's kind of home alone.
She is
so
Home
it's
Alone.
kind of Home
Yeah,
Alone.
kinda is.
I love when movies turn into Home Alone. It's my favorite thing.
It's like, oh, no. My husband left me alone. What am I going to do?
Now on the defensive,
boy.
Al-Sala turned his troops around while back in Cairo, Shajar set up defenses. Unfortunately, many of the city's princes fled out of cowardice, and when the Crusaders arrived, Cairo quickly fell. Shajar and her troops retreated 60 miles north to Al-Mansura, where she met up with her returning husband. Al-Sala's health, however, was deteriorating, as the Sultan had been wounded in battle as he fought his way back to Egypt.
Glad they got out in
That's not
time.
good.
Yeah.
I mean, would you stand your ground, hold the line if you saw someone approaching, or would you be like, fuck this? And
I would do the math and be like, am I going to die here or do I get up and meet up with my husband's army?
50,000.
Probably going to go meet up with my husband's army.
it's time to hit the trail.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, you know, he's got all his army with him.
Yeah, but if she does that now, is the city completely open, and have they just kind of set up shop there?
Yeah, it's fucked.
Okay.
Yeah. Oops. What are you going to do? The stresses of war only made his condition worse, and on November 22nd, 1249, Sultan al-Malik al-Salah died in his tent. Not wanting to lose her husband's land and legacy to a bunch of invading frogs, Shajar took the throne for herself, despite being a lady.
Oh, here we go.
How'd she do that? A, she pretended a Mamluk general was actually her son Khalil. B, she pretended her husband was still alive.
Ooh.
Or C, she pretended to have had another secret son. These are all
These
funny,
are great.
if you ask me.
Great answers.
These are funny.
Again, I think here's where my
Oh,
Irish
my
comes
son's
in.
still alive. Wouldn't that be funny? Or, oh, my husband's still alive. That's also funny. Or,
It's-
have you ever met my other son, Ronald? Also funny.
Locked in.
I mean,
Oh, great. Okay, Ryan, what do you
Going
got?
B.
but B, she weekend at Bernie's her husband. She propped his ass up and was like puppeteering him.
Pretty good. Claudia, what you got?
I also put B because I wanted it to be
Yeah, I
true.
would-
Evil eyes.
I wanted to
Hey.
just be like, you just missed him. He just ran out, but I will tell you what
Oh,
to do.
that you see.
Okay, we're gonna find out once again via the magic of theater. I'll be right back, everybody.
Okay,
Bye.
bye-bye. Yeah,
Would
this
you want to
goes.
control an army?
Absolutely not. I don't
see,
know
we'll
what
see,
to do
we'll
when
see.
3 people are like, where should we go for lunch?
Shajar, the French are coming in. Our Sultan is dead. What should we do? Who shall lead us? I shall. Oh, okay. I mean, I'm cool with that, but I don't know if everyone else in the kingdom would be down, you know, because of how you are a woman.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, here's the plan. Have you ever seen Weekend at Bernie's?
I fucking.
Yes.
I think so. The first one or the second one? What's the difference? In the
Sure.
first one they just make people think that a dead body is still alive, but then in the second one they do some kind of I mean, look, it's not a culturally sensitive film, but they do a voodoo curse on him that's supposed to bring him back to life, but instead of using a chicken, they use a pigeon because it's the only thing they can find in New York City. So instead of fully bringing him back to life, his body just starts walking whenever music is playing. It's so funny. He does a conga line, he goes on a date. It's got a really good soundtrack. Okay, then I think more like the first Weekend at Bernie's. Oh no, I haven't seen that one.
Seriously?
Okay, well, you get it. First, let's get my husband's corpse out of here. Send it back to Cairo in secret, but keep door-dashing meals to his tent. I had him sign a bunch of blank pages that we can write orders on, and when those run out, I'll just forge his signature. Fuck it. We'll only tell the most trusted military commanders, and we might just be able to Weekend
Pull
at
this
Bernie's
off.
this whole war. Shajar, that's crazy. I love it. Let's do it. Just one little hiccup. Oh, what now? The Sultan's other son? The one in Turkish exile that we haven't mentioned yet? Ugh. Oh my God, that brat. I guess send for him to come back, and then in the meantime, let's just start puppeting this hot-blooded corpse. Sounds good.
Amazing.
What I learned from that is that there's a Weekend at Bernie's too.
I was just thinking the same
What?
thing. I had no idea there was a sequel.
think any of us did.
Bernie's 2 is so good.
Is it? I don't know. I've never seen
It
it.
far outpaces the original.
It's a funny premise.
Yeah, it's really good. A woman falls in love with him
Oh, cool.
because he does the conga on a beach.
Sad for her when his spirit goes back to the pigeon or whatever.
Yeah, it's a sad ending. But it's crazy that they knew about that movie back then.
Yeah, man.
That is crazy.
But jelly
Anyway.
beans for both of you! Yes, Shajar kept her widow status a secret and led via her dead husband's authority. Meanwhile, before meeting Shajar, Al-Salah had a fail son named Turan Shah. Now, Al-Salah thought Turan was so untrustworthy that when he took the Egyptian throne, he sent Turan into exile in Turkey.
Just because she didn't like him, they were like, fuck this
Yeah.
guy.
He was a little
Just like,
shifty.
out to go.
He was like, I got a bad son. Let's get him out of here.
That's, I guess, the equivalent of sending him to boarding school, I guess.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
I feel like it would cut extra deep, though, if, you were the only heir to your father and his other son was dead. And he was like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's probably having a ball in Turkey.
And we know they set him up with concubines because that's just what people
I'm sure
do.
they did.
They just what people
Sure.
With Al-Salah dead, however, his kingdom technically passed to Tehran. Now, while Tehran made his way south, the Crusaders were making another push against
Here we go
Shajar's
again.
forces. On February 9th, 1250, a definitive battle began, resulting in the capture of the Egyptian army captain and the death of the top commander of the Mamluks. With things looking grim,
is
the
falling
fact that
apart.
Al-Salah was dead, which he had been for 2.5 months at this point, could no longer be hidden from the masses. Shajar had to publicly take control of the army while everyone waited for Tehran to get there.
Did she mention the part where she puppeteered her dead husband for 2.5 months, or was she just like,
Now, I want to be clear, we're having a bit of fun with it. She was having people sort of go into his tent as if he were there and, like, bring him food and maybe, I don't know, take meetings or something. They weren't actually, like, tying strings to his hands and making him
I
a little
doubt that.
marionette.
Damn.
If that's what you're asking.
I'm just
That'd
saying,
be a little
after
too
the
off, I
fact,
guess, if
now
they
that she
did that.
publicly had to take over the army, she would probably have to admit to the part where she pretended her husband was still alive.
Yeah, probably. Or she could be like, he just died.
Just missed him.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
just
oh,
that.
you just missed it. Oh.
So sorry.
He just
Oh, he's dead. Oh, you missed it. For the next 2 weeks under Shajar's leadership, the Muslim forces held their ground. On February 23rd, Tehran arrived and took on the
thank God.
title Exalted King. By April, almost a year after landing on the Nile, the Crusaders admitted defeat and began to withdraw from Egypt.
Nice
Their
one, man.
retreat, however, was mismanaged, and many of the French were captured, including King Louis IX himself. Wow!
You just said that basically, like, their top general got captured and that they suffered all these losses, and then all of a sudden now the Crusaders are retreating. What happened?
Tehran came back and they kind of, knocked it out together. Sometimes it's just all about perseverance,
They just missed French food and they were like,
Do this.
let's pack it in.
No good
We're
baguette.
over this. Yeah.
Bread sucks.
Careful, Ryan. Careful.
You careful. You did
You be careful.
a bad French accent.
No, I
earlier.
didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I never did that.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
did.
you did.
It was
Right.
a decent
Rewind.
French accent. And I never mentioned baguettes. It sounds
You
more like
literally
just
said it.
sort of. And Ryan, you'll understand this. Claudia, I don't know if you're a big sports head, but Ryan loves sports.
Sure.
The thing is, what do they call it, Ryan? Home court.
Home court advantage.
Right.
Yeah.
Shajar and all her crew, they just had to hold their ground. These French people, they're far from home.
That's
they gotta
right.
get resources, all
logistics,
that.
yeah.
So eventually the French were just like, we must go home.
Careful now. Another
For
bad.
baguettes.
There it is.
We could all have fun with the
We
French.
can have fun.
Now, from the outside.
Yeah, I mean, that does sound about right. I mean, think about it. This was before mass transit, so going far away to Egypt for the French? Woof. That's rough. Especially in the arid desert, or like the arid humidity there. don't think with that heavy metal armor, they're gonna last long. Nope. Like, you get the idea, right? So yeah, they were probably exhausted by the time Tordor came by, and that basically upturned the tide. Anyway, moving on.
Side, it appeared Tehran's early days on the throne were going gangbusters. The French were retreating, and they'd even captured the French king. Among the higher-ups, however, Tehran was unpopular from the start. He was quick to offend and anger his father's loyal royal guards, mostly made up from the elite Mamluks who shared a heritage with the lady who had been running the place in the name of her deader-than-expected husband. When Tehran went so far as to threaten his stepmother, the Mamluks began to question why they needed a Tehran in the first place.
Oh boy.
He's still got a lot of loyalty
He's
to
screwed.
Shajar here.
Well, this is classic.
tells
Son
me he's
takes
gonna
over
be
the
screwed after
company, and
this.
everyone who helped build the company now has to take like orders from this
And
kid.
this freaking kid.
Yeah.
How old is
Yeah,
this
pretty
guy?
much.
He's probably like 22.
He's
Yeah,
probably,
exactly.
Yeah, he's probably just some 22-year-old piece of shit.
Or
Hey,
16
they're listening
or
to Roman Roy.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Reading the room, Tehran attempted to flee Cairo, but was captured and killed by a group of leading Mamluks.
Damn, that's pretty brutal.
Yeah.
Yep, tried to run and was like, oh,
We don't like
crap.
him. So,
Well, why couldn't he just be like my B? And they're like, fair enough.
I guess they just really didn't like him.
They were meaner to him
Like,
than they were to the
sheesh,
French team
I
who came to
guess
kill
so,
them.
yeah.
I get
Whoops.
it. I'm not for killing heirs, but you know, he could go
Something
find
tells
another
me that
army.
he
he
really
comes
pissed him off.
back. You kind of got to get rid of
How
him.
pissed off you have to be
see.
to
I
really
see,
kill the
yeah.
king?
This guy must have been a real fucker
wow.
then.
I guess so. I guess fuck this guy.
I
guess in this case,
I'm just
fuck
saying,
this guy.
No,
he must not have
you're
been
right.
that well liked if people were like, yes, let's kill him.
No, you're right,
immediately.
Ryan. Fuck this piece of shit
That's
and may
not
he
what
rot
I'm
in
saying
hell.
at all. God, you are a bloodthirsty little man.
Some even suspected Shajar was behind the assassination plot, though the death of her stepson actually set off a series of problems for the former concubine.
Incoming.
With no legitimate heir to the throne, Tehran's death began a power struggle between Shajar, some Mamluk princes, and, as always, Al-Salah's extended family. The Mamluk usurpers were looking for a leader with provenance for legitimacy, who also wouldn't mind a bunch of former slaves running things. In May of 1250, in a nearly unprecedented act, the emirs elected Shajar al-Durr to be the public, legitimate ruler with the title Sultana, the feminine form of Sultan. Though control of the military was actually given to a Mamluk emir named Abuk al-Turkmani, Shajar was nevertheless one of the extremely rare Muslim women to rule in her own name. For 80 days at least, while the Mamluk-heavy Egyptian elites were fine with Shajar, the Syrian emirs under Shajar's rule had a hard time coming to terms with a lady on the throne. They elevated the matter to the Caliph of Baghdad, the former final authority of the Muslim community. You know, kind of like the Islamic Pope, who sided with the Syrians. Now, to appease these lady-fearing dudes, Shajar was forced to abdicate, and Abuk, the leader of the military, was elected Sultan. For 5 days. It turns out the Syrians didn't want just any dude, they wanted someone related to the original Sultan Saladin. To further appease them, they elected Sultan Saladin's great-great-grandnephew, Al-Ashraf Musa, to be co-sultan. Musa, however, was only 10 years old, so Abuk acted as a de facto regent. Is this getting confusing?
This is confusing
Yes,
for the
yes,
guy
it
who's
is.
like trying to put the face of rulers on coins, and they're like, hold on.
Like, get all the money back, we gotta do it again!
Son of a bitch! I just did this.
Now, Abuk must have known that he was a placeholder, holding down the fort while Musa battled puberty. Eventually, the boy would be a man, and everyone would remember that the only reason Abuk was sharing the throne in the first place was because the Mamluks had killed the last dude in a military coup.
Oh, here we go.
What was Abuk
About
to
to
do? A. Kill Musa. B. Marry Shajar. Or C. Force Musa to marry Shajar, then kill them both. Okay, what do we got, Ryan?
B,
B,
marry
she
Shajar?
married the regent. It worked last time, so she just married her
Enough.
way back into the throne.
Yeah,
Claudia,
I
how
was like,
about you?
okay, gotta
I
be B.
think the hardest
See,
one.
that complicated?
I think they forced to get married and
I don't know.
then killed them to get rid of both out of power.
Yeah, that'd be messed up. Well, that's gonna be a jelly bean for Ryan.
Yay. Great.
Shajar was a legitimized relation to Saladin, with Sultana experience to boot. In a win-win situation for both, Abuk and Shajar got married, giving Abuk a thin but real connection to Saladin. For the next 7 years, Shajar and Abuk ruled together basically how they'd been ruling before the Syrians tattled to the Caliph, with Shajar handling the state and treasury, and Abuk handling the military. Also, Musa was hanging around. It was a funny little trio.
Oh yeah, because they had the little boy.
A little boy. Sweet little family.
Their little king.
Damascus.
7 years is a lifetime in that time.
I know.
That's a long time to rule.
Well, the threesome's time at the top was filled with people threatening their rule and assassination attempts. Eventually, Shajar and Abuk decided to get rid of the teenage Musa, threatening his life and exiling him to Byzantine territory. I mean,
Alright,
look,
bye, Musa.
you know,
Makes sense.
I'm sure a lot of people would do that with their teens nowadays if they could.
Was he starting to mouth off?
maybe.
You know, I'm
Depends
really
how
the king,
much
that
of a
kind
shit
of
they
thing.
are.
Just wait till I turn 18.
Right. Get him out of here.
Yeah.
It's getting pimply, starting to smell.
Puberty and power, a dangerous and potent mix.
Absolutely. As the years ticked by with no regime changes, Abuk began to feel more confident in his legitimacy as ruler. However, he was still basically only commanding the military, just like when Shajar's name was atop the call sheet. Eventually, Abuk started looking for a way out of his partnership, and he started negotiating with the ruler of Mosul about possibly marrying his daughter, swapping her in as his chief wife.
He's hot swapping his wife.
Yeah, this ain't gonna end well.
Boo to this.
Wife swap.
Is that allowed? Can you
I
do
mean,
that?
it seems like a lot
I
of
think
things
it might
were
be allowed in
back
this case,
then.
but we'll
So
see.
he really got that 7-year itch then.
Is that what that refers to?
It must
I
be.
don't know.
that feeling when you want to hot swap your wife out. Stay rolling. Just keep the car moving. It's like a NASCAR pit stop. You're just changing the wheels. This guy's a nasty man.
Yeah.
I hope he gets killed.
Well,
Yeah, I feel like we're about to see that happen. Jeez, but still, the fact he was like, okay, I'm getting more comfortable. Time to dump Char. Like, dude, really? Remember the last people that did that did not end up well. Gee. I'm just saying. Oh boy, but something tells me Char's. Tell what happened about that. Ooh, oh, sorry, had a yawn. Moving on.
when Shajar learned about this, she wasn't
here
too
we go.
happy. In April of 1257, while Abuk was naked and vulnerable in a bathhouse, Shajar had her husband assassinated. We gotta celebrate her for killing this man, right?
Yeah.
Wait, did she really do it
He,
herself?
he wanted to
Or
swap her
did he
out.
just sort
Yeah.
of-
What did he think was going to happen?
And also respectful to him. Like, if you're going to get assassinated, I
wait,
would think at a
is it
bathhouse is a good
really
place for it to happen. You're relaxed.
Little cleanup.
Yeah, you just hose it off. It goes right into the drain.
Rushed out of there, too.
Or they kill you when your head's in one of those little toilet bowl things when
First
you're
her
getting a
husband, then her
massage.
son, and now her.
Yeah, you put your face in that little thing, like you lay down on the
Oh,
table.
the face hole.
the
Little
massage.
toilet bowl.
I guess it's a toilet bowl.
If I'm gonna get stabbed in the back, I'd want it to be when I'm getting a massage. Weirder things have happened when I've gotten a massage.
I want to
Well,
know.
anyway, Shajar's really making moves here.
Oh, here we go.
What was Shajar's next move? A. Marrying the 19-year-old Musa. B. Rule solo. Or C. Be murdered. Okay, Ron, what do you got?
Hey, another wedding.
Yep, off we go again.
Maybe she just loves weddings.
Married more times than J-Lo.
Yeah, she just loves love.
Claudia, what do you got?
I said same. I think she's going by the old playbook.
Man,
Well,
everyone's
double
going there.
A's.
It's
yeah.
worked. I hope she's not killed.
Play.
I know. I hope it's not C.
Well, points to neither of you.
Oh, dude, I think
Disappointed me once again.
I think she's
didn't say
murdered as
anything.
hell.
Well, Shajar had been banking, like she always had, on those fellow former slaves, the Mamluks, to have her
Fair enough.
back
Musa
and
was already
ensure
out.
she stayed in power. Abuk, however, had also been a Mamluk, and instead of everyone thinking Shajar should continue to rule, people started backing Abuk's 15-year-old son from a different mum, Ali, for the sultanship. Rightly fearing for her life, Shajar barricaded herself in a tower where she spent her days grinding her jewels into dust so no one else could ever wear them. Wow.
That's fucking amazing.
That's pretty metal.
So petty.
No one else.
Roll
will
again.
It's petty, and I
I
respect
fucking
it.
love it.
True.
On April 28th, days after Abuk's murder, Shajar al-Durr, one-time Sultana of Egypt and Syria, was found dead outside of Cairo's great citadel. Her body was left outside to be defiled and rot for a few days, but was eventually collected, buried, and now rests in a giant mausoleum in historic Cairo.
Well, at least she ended in a great place.
I tried to
but-
speed through the really
What happened to
depressing
her?
part.
Yeah.
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 They didn't get her jewels though.
They did not.
No jewels.
Screw
Yeah.
She probably snorted that shit. I would. Fuck it.
Oh, fuck,
Youch.
man. Yeah, that sounds good.
That sounds like it hurts.
I don't know why I was so into that. Though her time at the top was tumultuous, the fact that she got there at all was miraculous. A woman who began as a slave to a powerful royal family managed to replace them, helping to found a brand new dynasty, the Mamluk dynasty, that ruled over Egypt for the next 300 years. At the time of her death, it's estimated she was a mere 35 years old. R.I.P. to a real one.
Amen.
I was I was like, this bitch is like 32.
Damn, bro.
She did a lot. How many times did she get married?
I think like 17. I don't know. A few, yeah.
Great, full life.
Well, that's the story of Shajar. What do you guys think?
I mean, she seemed like a pretty badass lady.
Well, not bad.
I'm inspired.
Damn. She
Hopefully
really
not to
stepped it
murder,
up.
but to aspire to new heights, to be
Yeah.
the first at something. Good for her.
I think we can take, her, her intentions.
Like the only
maybe not
Satan. That is
the way she
interesting.
executed.
No, I'm sure she murdered a lot of people and was
Yeah.
really ruthless and pretty awful, but
Yeah.
She probably
know,
had to do
everyone
what she
around
had to
her
do.
was, too.
Yeah. What is she gonna do? Not murder
Not
when everyone
murder?
else is doing it?
If we condemn her
Fair.
for murder, I guess she got murdered. So I guess all's well that ends well.
It was a
Is
different
that what that
time.
means?
You gotta do what you gotta do to get yourself in the annals of history.
Yeah. Well,
Amen
you
to
know
that.
what? That concludes our history lesson. I'm going to go vibe with the tallies to determine the winner of the coveted capsules and title of History Wizard. In the meantime, enjoy this performance from Shajar al-Durr's tent that may or may not contain the decomposing remains of her husband. I'll be back in just a bit. Bye.
All right, bye-bye.
Wow.
I think you got
I
this
think
one.
I won.
I think you got
Yeah,
that
you
one. I
won.
think it's pretty
I
obvious you
counted.
won.
Good job,
I
Claudia.
counted the right
Good
jelly
job.
beans.
Oh, there it is. Hey, buddy.
Nice.
All right.
Oh, flippity flapping, I'm a flippity flapping in the desert breeze. Oh, it's so sandy and dusty, that's the way that it must be for a tent like me. Nothing to see here, got a perfectly normal situation.
Bow.
What is that smell, you ask? Don't worry, just a little perspiration. Perfectly normal tent, nothing to hide. Not sure what rumors you've heard. I know you want a peek because it reeks, but I suppose that you'll just have to take my word. Oh, what could be in me? Well, it's certainly stinky, that's for certain. One thing it's not is the aroma of a rotting human person. Psst. Hey guys, you seem cool,
Thanks.
so I'm gonna level with you.
Go ahead.
You want to see a dead body?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yo!
There's a dead
Whoa,
body
they actually,
inside of me.
he actually put it in there?
That was genuinely kind of
It's
shocking.
a soul.
Yo!
I hate that.
He got
Oh,
stabbed, and then he died out here in the hot sun.
wow.
So, yeah, but
Okay,
the
the fact he actually added
queen,
the
she
skeleton,
just wants
holy
me to
heck.
keep up appearances. So,
Nice job.
I've just got this hot, bloated, dead sultan inside of me, and
Is he even
I mean,
bloated
the maggots
anymore?
are
He's
really
all
doing the
bubbles.
work in
No.
there.
What the
and, so
What's up?
things are career-wise. I mean, for an anthropomorphic
Oh, still
tent,
going.
Yeah, we get
pretty
you,
well.
buddy. Don't worry about it.
to have royalty inside of me like this, even if it's
Ew.
just if he's just sort of leaking a hot compost
Let's get back
from
to the
all
song.
his,
Let's get
Yeah,
back to
can
the
we make
song.
the singing, please?
holes. But anyway,
Yeah, I was about to
keep
say,
it on
is
the
that
down low. Otherwise, the queen will be so pissed. Okay.
Deal.
What were we doing here again?
Singing.
Singing the song?
Oh, right. I was singing the song about how there's
Yeah.
not a dead
This
guy.
is the most
Okay.
derailed song ever heard.
Oh, what was I saying? Right, nobody's laying dead beneath me. The sultan's alive. I got no reason to lie, so just believe me. Let's say he's napping. Yeah, that's what happened. He got sleepy. Pay no attention to the various fluids that are seeping.
Oh my
Ew.
Perfectly normal tent, nothing to hide. Not sure what rumors you've heard. I know you want a peek because it
Nope.
works, but I suppose.
No.
you
I'm good,
just
we're
have
good.
to
We already
try
saw.
it.
Say it again.
No, stop it.
But in addition to the stink, I think wink wink I smell a coming coronation.
Get off the stage.
Yeah, you might want to get rid of that.
I hate that guy. Never book him again.
That was a really good, gross little body.
I love
It
that
was
pup.
floopity out there.
I truly did not
incredible.
see that coming.
Thought it was
Yeah,
incredible.
no one did.
That was messed up.
You're friends with some pretty weird guys, huh?
Yeah, no
Gross.
kidding.
Did not expect that.
Yeah, you did, you little freak.
You hired him.
Oh, you guys are never going to believe this, but according to our simple tally, Claudia is today's winner.
Didn't need the simple part. Didn't need the simple part.
But does winning a silly competition compare to the thrilling tranquility that you feel with the once daily brain pill? Forget it all. Come get your
Oh, boy,
prizes,
here we
folks.
go again.
Yeah, here you
Okay,
go.
all right.
Here they are.
There we go.
Yep. Those are all for you. They're all for you.
There you go.
Forget it
That
all.
pink case.
It's just like the Limitless pill, but with less Bradley Cooper. That's gonna do it for this one. Claudia, thank you so much for joining us.
Welcome.
Ryan, thanks
those
for
actually
being a friend.
vitamins?
And to everyone at home, thanks for watching Puppet History, where the details are always
Always a little
extremely
fuzzy.
We'll see you next time. Wow.
Also, was right out of the Poe?
All right, where the hell is that clip clopper? Why am I so eager for that horse to show up?
I don't know, man, but after a show like that, I feel like I need something to dull the edge, you know?
Yeah.
Hello, boys.
Hey, yay, there you are.
Those fine folks over at Forget It All wanted me to send you some free product. You want some?
Again?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
It's really great. No side effects, just operating on a higher plane, you know? Easy living. It's like they say, French the void with Forget It All.
Buddy, you had me when
That's
you
the
offered me
boy?
a random pill to swallow.
Then you know me, I can't say no to anything roughly jelly bean sized. You guys are all right. Hey, we just got to record this ad read real quick and then you can gobble up your num-nums.
How about we do the pill and then we do the ad?
Nice try. We need you remembering your lines. Now let's get
Harsh.
one where you say, forget it all. I'd sell my house for more. Okay.
Forget it all.
I'd
sell my
I
house
didn't know
for.
fear until that duck boat drove straight into the water. And I survived the meteor strike.
And that
Oh, hey,
tiny
guys.
Bartley
Morning,
is some
morning,
kind of snack.
Oh, hey, Mom and Dad. Where have you been?
Oh, my beloved baby boy. It's so good to see you. Your mother and I just got back from a trip to the Wisconsin Dells.
With our dear friend, Liza Minnelli.
Isn't she almost 80? What did you do in the Dells with Liza Minnelli?
Listen, son, Liza was the one dragging us out on the town.
Yeah, she's
Really?
fit. You should see her water ski.
I'm so sorry to interrupt. It's so nice to meet you two, but we really need to get another take of this line.
Sorry, don't want to get in the way.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. Look, how about you guys just go hang out in the green room and we'll come by when we're done?
Sounds good, dear son.
We love you so much, and you know that, right? Break a leg.
Thank you.
My son, the star.
All right, Professor Ryan, you ready? Hold up the pills and take two.
Here we go.
Oh, no. No. Oh, boy. Oh. Ryan, I think they meant like a film take.
Whatever, man.
And
I
too
love his
late.
medicine, Joshua.
Okay. Let me make some calls to make sure this won't fully kill you.
What? Holy what now? Did he just say fully kill?
You know, the funny thing is, I never used to be a water slide guy.
Well, there aren't any water slides in Dino Times.
And honey, that's a crying shame because they go crazy.
Hun, you hear that?
Yeah, I hear that.
Oh, that sounds like our dear vacation friend and canonical throuple partner, Liza Minnelli.
Liza, come on.
Liza, where are you?
Liza?
Oh, Liza, there you are. What are you doing here?
Oh, I miss my dear friend Michael Jackson.
Liza, you okay?
My mother killed a witch.
Yikes!
Guys!
It's bad.
Ow!
Oh my God! Oh no! Oh, I don't like it. Oh, this is
Son of a bitch.
I love you, honey.
What was that?
You are not
Delivery to purgatory complete. Sex in the city, too.
Damn. Jeez, even the professor's parents? Oh, Elmer, Walter Williams, you are going to get active this season finale. Jeez, that's just low, man. Oy. Anyway, let me know what you guys think of this episode. Lord, this lore's getting dark. Well, till next time, adios.